What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Junkmaro Garage. And I am being ridiculously smiley for some reason. I don't know. Anywho, today we're going to be putting seat brackets into the crappy old 3rd gen Junkmaro. So, anyways, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is find either a donor car or maybe some other thing online where they sell seat brackets. And what you're going to want to do is pretty much drill out all these spot welds right here. There's about 82 bajillion of them. It takes a little bit, but if you go and drill it out, take your time with it, you'll be okay. You don't really want to go too crazy like I did and just go all the way through. But since these are already all cut out of a donor car and everything, I didn't really care. But if you're cutting these out of the car that you want to keep, don't drill all the way through. You're going to have a couple leaks. Anywho, you do that with this thing right here. This spot weld cutter blade thing. I don't know, I got this off Amazon. Costs like 13 bucks. Does the job pretty decently. But anywho, just go and you put this in a drill and let's see if you can see that little thing right there. You'll go and line it up with a spot weld, and there's these little cutters in here and they cut the spot weld. Well, easier said than done. These things kind of like to flop all over the place as you're trying to go and drill down on them. But anywho, that's how you do it. Simple enough, sort of. Anywho, well, now that these are out, we're gonna go weld them into the car. Alright, and as you can see here, the old seat brackets are already out because the previous owner went and did this fine handiwork right in here and had it all taken out, because I'm guessing at one point this all rotted out because, you know, I live in New England and that's what things do up here. They rot out. If you have something nice up here, don't drive it during the winter because this will happen. Alright, back to the main topic. So what we're going to be doing is going and putting seat brackets back into place where they should be. But first, I got to clean this all up. Because instead of doing the right thing and taking those floorboards that or floor pans that I already have in there and, you know, cutting this stuff up, getting this out and putting the right stuff in, I'm going to do the completely wrong thing and just keep this in here. Alright, but first I'm going to at least try to clean up the rust a little bit. Well, enough where it won't rot out anymore. Alright, so before I go and weld in these seat brackets, I'm just going to go around and touch up this fine welding job with my fine welding job. So, as you can see, there's some spots in here I got to kind of figure out something to do with. By what I mean something to do with, just weld boogers of snot all over it. So that'll plug up the hole, and then we'll go just kind of weld up around here, give it a little bit more structural support at least, and then call it good. Welding those seat brackets. Oh, and before you weld, disconnect the battery. I always do that. I feel safer that way. And plus, your battery won't explode. Alright, now that I got this all boogered in, it's time to go and put the brackets in. Now, instead of there being an 85.26% chance I fall through the floor while I'm driving, I would say my welding has kind of knocked it down to maybe like a 62.8% chance I fall through the floor now. So, those are a little bit better odds. Anyways, now we weld the brackets in. As you can see, I kind of already have a lower part of a seat in here. This kind of came with the car because the previous owner tore apart the seat and never put it back together. So now I'm using it as kind of like a little template to just go and mock everything up, and hopefully it all goes into place. I had to do some trimming right here because these brackets, they came out of a Firebird. I don't know what year. I do know it was the 3rd gen. But I don't know if the bodies are a little different or what, but I had to trim a little bit right here. That could be because makeshift welding or whatever. But that's what I had to do. So anyways, let's go and tack this into place just enough so I can get an actual seat in here to see if it'll actually, you know, be functional. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now since I'm putting these in, I can actually scoot this back a wee little bit so I can just have that little extra leg room. You know, I'm bigger than your average doofus. So, yeah, we'll go and zip these in right now. There you go. Alright. Bring the lightning. Alright. That seems okay enough, I guess. Ain't gonna move. Alright, well, we got this in place now. Now, time to get an actual seat in here and see if it'll actually fit. So, good news! Seat fits! Bad news! It didn't quite fit just right. So, I gotta re-weld everything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna zap it with pretty much where it is at now. It's only a little crooked, but oh well. So I'm just gonna give it a couple zaps there, back there, and take it out and then fully zap her. Good news! We got everything bolted in place. Well, not bolted, zapped in place. So yeah, next step, I gotta go hammer this all down so all these spot weld areas are all flush with the metal and everything, and then I can go and fill in those spot welds with a new weld. I had to go and make a Home Depot trip because I ran out of wire. That's just my luck. And it's starting to get a little dark out, so most likely I'll go get these welded and then pretty much go and catch up with you guys tomorrow and see the end results. Alright, I got the welding all done-ish. Well, it's good enough anyways. These aren't going anywhere. So, that's all hunky-dory now, and now I'm going to go and actually put some undercoating on these to prevent them from rusting up any more than they already are. Alright, well, I got this all undercoated and everything. Looks kind of decent enough, I guess. No one's gonna see it. But I got those little holes right there. I'm just gonna fill them in with undercoating. They'll be fine. But I got a bigger hole up there I gotta take care of. Then I got another hole over there. But other than that, that's really the only major stuff wrong with the floor. So after that, I'm just gonna go and let this dry and call it good. And then bam, you go and plop your chair in. Now we're gonna go and sit in this car actually for the first time with the seat actually bolted down. Oh, and it feels surprisingly solid. A lot more solid than I thought it would be. I am definitely pleased. This definitely makes me happy. I don't feel like I'm going to fall through the floor. Oh, and I undercoated a bit. This whole thing's going to get undercoated after I fix that rust there. And down there. And right there. But yeah, pretty much whole thing undercoated. Yeah, so, yeah. Overall, this process wasn't very hard. It takes some time. So, take your time with it. Just be patient. Don't try to rush it. And it'll come out decent. Simple as that. Unless you do a crappy job. So, anyways, thanks for watching. There's going to be more episodes soon about the whole engine build and hopefully getting this car going soon, so stay tuned. See you later, guys.